assortment of vehicles which line our street. I thought this would be a good place to start. We have the Caravan, obviously, and the Bug, and here's the one you were interested in. The Lincoln Continental Mark III, 1969. In fair shape. I just finished redoing the brakes and stuff like that. It runs like a tank. It's got a very good engine in it, but it definitely needs a paint job, as you can probably tell. I like the apartment building next door, isn't that great? And there's the domicile, and then I got that behemoth that rises above me back there, and it's very nice. Anyway, as you can plainly see around the neighborhood, they built a few more. There's one down there on the corner, and there's all sorts of places going up all over the neighborhood. Even up the street, as you can plainly see. We're moving down Victory Boulevard. This may be a familiar drive to you, a familiar picture anyway, except for like the new Victory Outreach Church here on the corner. It's hard to see through the lens telling where the stoplights are, because it's black and white and not in color. Anyway, we're going to go by your place here in a second, so I think you might find it interesting. Okay, this should be familiar to you, Wes. Here we go. I'm going to attempt a turn here. Hey, not bad. I'm getting better at this. Uh-oh. We're coming down. There's the old domicile. Even has an old LTD out front. How about that? I've only been down here a little bit. I think you'll find Vickroy Park interesting. They dug it up and redid the whole thing. Vickroy Park. Got a nice new catchy opening, nice new restroom built over here, and a nice big basketball court over there. All new children's equipment, grass and lamps and all sorts of stuff. Complete with ethnics and for sale motorhomes. They basically kept the shape of it, but they really fixed it up nice. There's the little plaque out in front that they put it up. It's open till 11 o'clock, it says on the sign, and there's all some play equipment that they put in there. Anyway, they really made it a nice place again. Now I think you'll be interested in something else I've got to show you. Approaching the corner of Lincoln and Pacific. You probably remember this. Now, something you don't know, that vacant lot that used to be down here that ran along the railroad tracks by the back of what used to be Lockheed, you'll see it coming up now on the left. Look at this. They've built some beautiful luxury homes all the way down. And see what $290,000 will get you in Burbank? A half-inch lot and a beautiful 3-bedroom home. Isn't that wonderful? I knew they'd find something for this sooner or later, and look, they even improved the street. Means I thought we'd go on into this place here. I wanted to show you the backyard. This is the very end house. And this will be where a gate is, I'm sure. But I wanted you to see, isn't this fantastic? There's the back of the house, and look at the backyard. Isn't that fantastic? And it's right off of the railroad tracks. Everybody's dream for $290,000. Gee, only in Burbank. Lovely. Come back out, see, there's the wash down there in what used to be a Lockheed building. Also familiar to you, there is the beautiful Spector's Market, now the Super Mercado Latino. I knew you'd enjoy that one. But they're fixing up the 76 station here, but I thought you might notice they were opening a new little mini outdoor mall over here. I'll be taking you to another little outdoor mall in a minute so we can go upstairs a minute and get a view of the 5 corners, which you should remember. Here we are on the 2nd story west of the new local mini mall. This will be a familiar place for you. It's on the corner of Burbank and Victory. Big station that's on the corner. You remember that, and the entire place across. Here we are in the Burbank Terrace. You can see where we're up on the 2nd story. There's the veterinary clinic. Mixed burgers. Used to be the Dip. You may remember that. Also an excellent view of the mountains up there today. Very small. But here is the parking lot at Lockheed. Or what used to be Lockheed. And this is a sign of the times right here. Available for CE investments, yes. And if you notice, the building way off in the distance is the only one. You may remember, there it is, right there. See those buildings that used to be there? If I remember correctly, you used to work somewhere right around there, and now they're all gone. And up for sale. Even the reclamation spot. Nothing left. They just tore the whole place down. Anyway, I thought you'd find that fun. Down on the back of the freeway, down by Zero, the Front Street, or the Zero Freeway as we used to call it. Anyway, this is the back view of the mall and the new IKEA. And you can see it's taken over the 40 acres quite well. They haven't finished the mall yet, but the IKEA opened back in October of last year. So the IKEA is doing real well. We don't know, it's not due to open for another 2 years technically. We'll go around to the front now and see if we can get a good view of it as we drive down what used to be the Blvd Mall, which is now San Fernando Road again. For the second time going, this is the corner of Verdugo and First Street. I thought I'd give you a view. There's the old Holiday Inn that shows you up in the time. And now there's the new one that's going up, Twin Towers. They can't fill the first one, but they decided they wanted a second tower, so they're building it whether they think they can fill it or not. It's stupid, but that's the way they did it. The building in the foreground used to be an old Lockheed building. They converted it into an indoor swap meet not too long ago, and now Don Bluth, the guy who did that stupid kids film American Tail, about the little Five-O mouse. Anyway, this is where his studios are now located. They're in that brick building. The restaurants across the street are the new Restaurant Row. I don't know whether those were here when you were here or not. But anyway, this one that we're looking at is the Bombay Bicycle Club. Stuart Anderson's is the one next to it, and Bobby Hughes. Anyway, we'll be going down that way. So approach the mall and head up to Sacramento Building down. I'll show you what the beautiful Burbank Redevelopment Agency has done for old San Fernando Road. This is the old, or the new old folks' home here. And we're going to be turning on to San Fernando Road. Notice the beautiful Burbank Redevelopment emblem. Off to your right, if you'll, or left, excuse me, you'll remember we used to, that's where we got our high school pictures taken, which is now a parking structure. These are the new condo office buildings, which take up the whole center where the old bowling alley and everything used to be. Now this is where the mall had previously stopped. This is where you had to stop and either turn left or right. Now it goes all the way through. As you can plainly see, this is Angelino and San Fernando Road. Not easy driving still, but I'll get used to it. You notice they've planted plants and benches and put a little bit of parking back in. That big thing rising off in the distance, that's the main entrance to what will be the new mall. Let's see if I can get a wider angled shot here. Nice Supra in front of me here. There you go. That gives us a good view. The flags are out in patriotic support of the troops. Anyway, I'll back off so you can get a view of this as we go through here. It's very hard to judge distance here between this car and I. See, this is now what's more or less the new San Fernando Road. The shops are basically the same, nothing changes. They put in a restaurant off to the left with the yellow awnings called Fuddruckers. It serves hamburgers for a very expensive price. Tunnicliff built on the right here, that high-rise, it's a new apartment building for senior citizens, and took out See's Candy. Now you can't get any See's Candy unless you go to the Galleria in Glendale. As we approach the entrance to the new mall, have to stop for some pedestrians. JCPenney's off to the left. You notice it's not there anymore. They're going to be in the new mall, supposedly. Anyway, as you can see, they're moving right along. Basically all they've got is the superstructure. No all you down to 2 lanes. Here's Pic and Save, always a wonderful place to shop. Here's the painting your old junior high school did to grace the walls of the new mall structure. West to have taken a picture head-on of the high school, but here it is. I knew you'd appreciate this. This is the way it is. The traffic sounds you hear are coming from the beautiful new Stough Park they put here on Blvd Boulevard as they're ripping the shit out of the street for the new mall. But as you can see, they've got traffic screwed up for blocks. Anyway, here is the back half of the mall, the palm trees that they're getting ready to put in. There's the IKEA. The back entrance there with all of its patriotic flags and patriotic IKEA anyway in the parking lots. Anyway, they're putting in all new streets anywhere around the mall. What has to do with the mall, there's the park, or the bridge leading up over the 5 corners. They've put a Kmart in where Zodi's used to be down there. I don't know if that would be of interest to you. But anyway, they have, and they've pretty much messed it up over there. Stop back here behind the auditorium. You notice the paint chips and peels on the back of the building here. Well, this is about the way most of the Burbank schools are in. The other day I helped, for 4 weekends in a row, we helped paint the city schools going around. They have to be painted by citizens because the school district has no money to fix them up. They say they're something like $1 million in debt. They could barely pay their own teachers. So this is the doors out of the next to the auditorium. Remember how they used to have nice glass? Now they've got all these painted wood facades up here. They took out all of the glass. And most every place is spray painted over graffiti. This is the colonnade where they used to have all the nice trees and everything. Now they've opened it up and you can eat lunch out here. Notice the good paintwork there on the staircase. You notice most everything is in general disrepair. Well, Wes, you should remember the front of the Creative Arts building where we spent many happy hours shooting paper clips at passing motor vehicles. It is now designated as the Warner Brothers Burbank Unified School District Learning Facility. I'm assuming that for the arts class and the things that I've heard, they put in a lot of equipment and stuff so that the kids could learn to be better graphic artists and stuff. And work into the movie industry, so they teach things like that in here now. As you can see though, it's basically the same. Some things change, some things don't. And this is one of the things that hasn't changed too much. That's because they haven't painted it since we went here. I searched hard, Wes, to find something that was freshly painted. Well, they painted this sign. It says Home of the Bulldogs right on the front of the gym. Anyway, that's about the freshest thing that they've painted around the school. Anyway, one thing I wanted you to note is over the top of the caravan here. Remember the World Missionary Church that used to be over there? Well, now it's the First St. Ephraim Syrian Orthodox Church of Antioch. I thought you'd appreciate that. I could never figure out what the writing said, and then somebody came along and put the words in English on the bottom down there, so that at least they updated the sign so that us white people can figure it out. Again, some things still don't change. Hughes, they still make the best donuts, and they still come over here for breaks. Years ago, now it's Rocky's 3, home of the Jumbo Burger. I think Madeline will not appreciate that they are calling themselves home of the Jumbo Burger. She made a better burger, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I thought you'd appreciate that. Now we're going to move down and take some pictures of the back half of Lockheed that isn't there anymore. That's on the corner of Lincoln and anyway, you can see that whole building there is gone. All of the improvements that with it. They're even going to close down the building which they already have across the street over there by the Lockheed place. See, it's all down. The next one will be that one there. Anyway, as you can see over here, here's the construction and maintenance office right here. These are the people who are tearing the place down. This building is getting gutted and is scheduled to be demolished next month, according to my sources. Here's a sign on the gate. It used to be employees only. Now it's V1 divestment construction. All other personnel must enter through gate 10B, whatever it is. Anyway, So this is the next set of buildings to be torn down. Ahead of us here, Wes, we're in the car, so it's a little bumpy, is the new dog pound. I'll stop real briefly. Anyway, this is the new dog pound that they built on the other side of the freeway. Anyway, that's about that. So, take it easy. Graffitied the joint in. On the inside, Mexicans climb up in there and hold their booze drinks every day and have a good evening out on occasion. As you can see, the place is getting really run down. I don't know how well this will come out because it's dark up in there and I don't have that light from here. But anyway, give you kind of an idea, that whole stadium is just covered in graffiti, just like what you can see. Here we are, Wes. This is a familiar sight, I think, to you. I wanted to show you that some things do not change, such as Brand Park. And here's the library. Anyway, they've built a new baseball stadium up here. It's all concrete and everything. They put in a scoreboard and all sorts of stuff. I'll see if I can turn around and get a picture of it here. Baseball stadium down here. You can just catch a little bit of the concrete stands that they put in there, and then they backstop a bunch of people playing. There's the scoreboard. Smog, Wes, but this view should be very familiar to you. It's from the balcony of the church lot, looking down south towards LA, but the smog is probably not doing us too well. I'm going to give you a panoramic view here. You should remember most of this, except for the new houses down here on the street. The Holiday Inn towers rising above everything. And down there is the media district rising up out of the smog, where they built all the things. The building we're looking at right now is the Disney Channel, in case your kids are into the Disney Channel. Anyway, then, here's the tree next door, and then there's Palm Park. You remember Palm Park over there? The site of that famous cult classic, Nazis in Palm Park. I don't know. I haven't seen that one in years, but maybe one final look at the finished product of the Addams Family House. As you can see, the tourists are up here. This place draws a ton of people today, and they got big signs that say no trespassing. Anyway, they did a real good job making this place look good, but you gotta remember it's only the front. I love that lawn. Anyway, view of the back of the cemetery over there. Anyway, look for this movie come Christmas 1991, that's what they say. So anyway, they just finished shooting up here about a week ago. So anyway, I thought I'd let you see it, and this is one of the last places anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed our tour.